Hi, this is Maggie. I'm going to do a Synastry chart, a compatibility chart with Prince Harry, Prince of Wales, and Meghan Markle. So um, let's get started. Meghan Markle, will be on the outer wheel in the red planets, and in Synastry, Prince Harry is blue, his blue natal wheel. So I'll start at the top because everything's up in the midheaven. In Libra, his Venus is in Libra on the midheaven in the eighth house. And her moon, Saturn, and Jupiter are all in Libra in the same sign. So Libra is the planet, the sign of relationships, beauty, and love. So to have those in the same sign, Jupiter is a benefic. I mean, it's just expands and brings good luck, good fortune. And to have it on the midheaven, it would bring, well, of course, bring them to the public eye, put them out in the world focus. So they're both stars in their own right. So the moon would, whenever one of the lights is on one of the lights, you know, the sun and the moon, that's always a good connection. And Jupiter is extremely fortunate. If you could have Venus or Jupiter in a relationship synastry, you would want one or the other or both. So here they have both in Libra in the same sign. And with Saturn there as well, Saturn gives stability and nobility and endurance. So this could be a very long-lasting, stable, fated relationship. Very good fortune, though, having the moon and her moon, Saturn, and Jupiter in Libra. Connecting with his Venus in Libra. Yes. And his Venus is in the eighth house. So those are all in the eighth house. So that's such a magnetic attraction. The eighth house is Scorpio's house. It's the sign of Scorpio. So it is, it's ruled by Pluto. It is a very magnetic. I mean, I believe he said the stars were aligned when they met. It looks like they were because, yeah, to have all that in the eighth house, in the midheaven, is very, very strong indicator. And then their Plutos, of course, they're the same generation, so they both would have Pluto. They both would have Pluto in Scorpio. His Pluto's at 0 degrees in the ninth house. He's royalty, so frequently they do have 0 degrees in the ninth house of Sagittarius. And so her Pluto is there as well. So, but they're not exact on each other. But yeah, so hers is in the ninth house, and his is 0 degrees, ninth house. So they would share a lot of the same values, because that's the house of Sagittarius. His Pluto, though, is almost in Scorpio. So, and hers is in Libra. So, to have his Pluto in Scorpio and his Saturn's in Scorpio as well in the ninth house. Well, I'm not actually doing his natal chart right now. I'm doing a Synastry chart. But yeah, so that's the house of Sagittarius. And to have Pluto and Saturn there, he's just very, very magnetic and well, he's royalty and a lot of responsibility, responsibility with Saturn there, and a lot of trauma as well. But I'm just sorry, I'm just getting off on a tangent. I wanted to do Synastry, so I'm just going to focus on their planets where they merge. Where they merge. So basically it was up in Libra in the 8th house. And her Neptune is on his Mars. So that's... She may have... Oh, well, let's see. Her Neptune is on his Mars in Sagittarius. So that is definitely marrying a foreigner. It's in the 11th house, Sagittarius. So Mars is magnetic attraction, so he was very, very drawn to her beauty. Because Neptune, you know, is romance, beauty, illusion. It rules Pisces. So he was very drawn to her beauty, because Mars can be your sex drive too, and it's in a fire sign, and Mars is the ruler of Aries, so it is a fire sign. Yeah, so that's in the 11th house of friendship, and it's Aquarius's house. So they would get on very, very... First of all, if you're going to have a relationship, it's nice to be friendly with each other. So, you know, to be friends and to have common values. But her Pluto on his Venus, he's just so magnetically drawn to her with that Venus. And that was the first thing that really, really stood out. The magnetic attraction that he would just almost, you know, Pluto can be obsessive compulsive, and just, you know, he was just probably just head over heels, you know, right away, because it's on her Venus. So let's see what else. Let's see. Those are the main dynamics. Her Venus is in the 8th house in Scorpio. So it's kind of like the Scorpio dynamic with these two, which, you know, really explains this magnetic attraction they have to each other, and this faded love they have for each other. There is definitely a Scorpio theme, either by sign or by house, or, you know, by planet. Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio. So where I was going with this is her Venus is in the 8th house of Scorpio, and it's on his Mercury. Yeah, it's close enough in degrees to be almost a conjunct with his Mercury. So that just gives them great communication in love. I mean, it would make for a very communicative, loving relationship. And it's in Virgo, it's in an earth sign, but it's in the house of Scorpio. So and he's very earthy. I can't wait to do his chart. He's a very earthy guy. So their communication would be on a very, very deep level. They could talk about anything in the world. You know, they could talk about just very deep, sensitive subjects, because it is in the 8th house of water, but it's in an earth sign, so they can be practical and sensitive at the same time on a very, very deep intuitive level. And so that's very, very healing for him. And, you know, her Venus on his Mercury gives them just wonderful communication, which is key for a relationship, very key. The North Node of Meghan Markle is in Leo, so it's in Leo in the 7th house. So along with her Mercury, planet of communication, and the Sun in Leo, in the 7th house of relationships. And, you know, she just happens to be engaged to royalty, so I think that's significant. Her Mars is in Cancer in the 7th house, and that's, to me, that's significant because his mother was a Cancer, very sweet, nurturing Cancer, and she has some of the stones from her wedding ring in her engagement ring. And I believe it's in the, Cancer is in the 7th house of their relationships, so it would color their relationships sensitive, nurturing, and compassionate with each other, very in tune, intuitively. Her Mars, you know, is in the 7th house of relationships. So that is a very passionate relationship. She's very, very passionate about this sensitive relationship. And for him, having Cancer in the 7th house, in this Synastry chart, I'm seeing a bit of his mother, Princess Diana, because she was a Cancer, and there may be qualities in her that, you know, have some similarity, and just the fact that he's using the stones in their engagement ring. So there may be some very nurturing, sweet, sensitive qualities in their relationship. Very emotional, and it's a very, very, because you want some sensitivity in a relationship. So this is a great relationship, and I wish them all the best. I hope you enjoyed this. One thing, I believe I made an error in the earlier one about his Pluto being on her Venus. It's the other way around. Well, I think I said his Venus was on her Pluto, but actually her Pluto is on the outside wheel, Meghan Markle, in the 9th house of Libra, and it's on his Venus. So regardless, there's still a very dynamic, powerful scorpionic attraction between these two. But he's just, she has this powerful attraction over him because his Venus sees her Pluto. So anyway, I just wanted to reverse those. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please like and subscribe. Thank you.